So for April Fool's Day, it was an idea that popped up in my head thanks to a coworker, Josh Tyler of Classy 97, which, by the way, you can find Wake Up Classy 97 wherever you find your podcasts or at riverbendmediagroup.com. There you go, Josh. There's your plug. We were talking about something. Weird, and it just popped in my head that, maybe I should disguise my voice for April Fool's Day. And then Josh said, you know what? You can name yourself Brenda Pear. And through the power of AI voice changing, Brenda Pear became a character on April Fool's Day. There was a good amount of people that actually fell for it. There were some that were like, okay, I know exactly what he's doing. And I mean, it's obvious too. Like, there's not going to be another DJ named Brenda Pear alongside Peaches and Victor Wilt, Two Fruits and Victor type of thing. Well, we can't name it that. But anyway, here's that afternoon show from April Fool's Day featuring Brenda Pear, a.k.a. me. My dad got involved. I talked to myself at the very end. You'll see what I mean. Enjoy.
K-Bear 101, what's up? I bet you're thinking, who in the world is this? This doesn't sound like Peaches at all. Well, I'm Brenda Pear filling in for him this afternoon. Peaches said he had urgent business today, but let's be real. He's probably just stuck in a drive-thru somewhere. So while he's off on his snack mission, you're stuck with me. I'm Brenda Pear, your new favorite afternoon DJ. I heard we have a ticket giveaway going on this entire week to go see Chevelle, Asking Alexandria, and Dead Poet Society at the Mountain America Center on September 30th. You can sign up to win tickets through the K-Bear 101 app, as well as the Alt and Cannonball apps to earn your maximum 3 entries. And you can also try to solve that Chevelle Cipher, the series of emojis that get sent to your phone every weekday at 7 a.m. through the K-Bear 101 app. We'll see exactly what I can bring to this afternoon show in replacement of Peaches for the day. In the meantime, we're going to go to break because this chair that Peaches usually uses is kind of smelly, like stale Taco Bell and sweat. We'll be right back. We're going to call this show the Perfect Afternoon with Brenda Pear on K-Bear 101. So I saw this question on AskReddit that Peaches would potentially ask for to peach their own, even though there would be a lot of just downright horrible answers. Do you ever look back at your ex and think, wow, there really should have been a warning sign? Well, someone on AskReddit asked if your ex was a street sign. What would it read? So I saw a bunch of answers here. Caution, avoid area, wrong way, go back, incoming traffic. You should really check out that thread. And if none of those signs fit your ex, don't worry. There's always bridge out ahead because dating them, well, they sent you straight off a cliff, right? You gotta love neighbors, the people you never choose to live next to, but now you know way too much about their personal lives. According to a news survey, the biggest neighborhood pet peeves are exactly what you'd expect. First up, garbage. Some people leave their trash out so long it qualifies for its own zip code. Then there's lawn care because apparently some folks think nature preserve is a valid excuse for not mowing their yard. Home maintenance, another big one. Look, I get it. Fixing that broken fence is hard, but if I see one more tarp acting as a permanent wall replacement, I'm calling HGTV. Noise complaints are huge because nothing says good morning like your neighbor's teenager discovering electric guitar at full volume. And of course, pets, which really just means I love dogs, but not your dog. So what do people actually want in a neighbor? Friendly, clean, quiet. Basically, everyone's dream neighbor is a well-mannered ghost. Well, if you weren't afraid of flying before, buckle up because this one will have you sleeping with one eye open at 30,000 feet. This woman on an American Airlines flight took a little nap and woke up to find that someone braided her hair. Let me repeat that. She went to sleep with regular hair and woke up with a full-on new hairstyle. Now, I don't know about you, but I have never, ever, ever woken up from a nap looking better than when I fell asleep. Usually I wake up looking like I lost a fight with the seatbelt and half my face is stuck to the window, but this is next level creepy. Danielle, the woman in question, posted about it on TikTok, begging the mystery hairstylist to reveal themselves, not for thanks, but for an explanation, because, as she put it, don't touch people's heads while they're asleep. Don't touch people in general. It's weird. It's creepy. And honestly, she's right. Imagine waking up mid-flight, making eye contact with that person behind you and realizing they're holding a comb and whispering, "Almost done, sweetheart." That's not a flight. That's a horror story. Let's see if I can do this for Peaches here. The next time that the NCAA decides to hold the men's Final Four in San Antonio, make sure you go chalk with your bracket. This year's Final Four features all 4 number 1 seeds: Auburn, Duke, Florida, Houston, for the second time in NCAA history. The first was in 2008, and that also took place in San Antonio. Trae Young, the former Oklahoma star and current Atlanta Hawks guard, is returning to Oklahoma as an assistant general manager for the basketball program, and he's also donating $1 million to the team. This move makes Young the second active NBA player to take on a college assistant GM role following Steph Curry, who's doing the job at his alma mater, Davidson College. And in baseball news here, a Shohei Ohtani card hit $1 million at an auction for the first time. The Topps Dynasty Black card was from a set produced last year to commemorate Ohtani's historic season. It was autographed in gold pen by Ohtani and includes the MLB logo patch from the pants he wore on September 19th when he became the first player to reach 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases in a single Major League season. I'm Brenda Pear, and that does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. April Fool's Day, the one day a year where trust issues skyrocket and breaking news means your coworker put a fake resignation letter on the boss's desk. Well, turns out people are pretty split on the holiday. Half of them love a good prank. The other half are ready to throw hands if you replace their coffee with soy sauce. And if you're under 30, you're more likely to find it funny, probably because you haven't been traumatized by years of plastic-wrapped toilet seats and fake pregnancy announcements. And men under 30, they're the biggest prank lovers of all, which makes sense considering this is the same group responsible for putting hot sauce in the office ketchup and swapping sugar for salt just to see what happens. So are you a prankster or a victim today? Either way, check your chair before you sit down, please. So I've been told by Peaches that we have this concert calendar available at riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. There was 2 major tours that got announced today. Well, one of them is one that Peaches was freaking out about: Architects, Era, and Holy Water, live at the Complex on August 7th. That show's been added to the concert calendar, as well as this one called Summer School, featuring a wide variety of artists like Rain City Drive, Charlotte Sands, and a few others there. I believe that's going to be at the Union in Salt Lake City. You can find every single show making its way to the area by going to our concert calendar at riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. So I was told that there used to be rock news here on K-Bear, and so I figured why not do my rock news segment, considering this is my one and only shot at doing this type of thing. Ice Nine Kills frontman Spencer Charnas, he has launched Pretty Evil, a sinister new line of high-performance personal care and cosmetics, and now you can smell as good as you scare. Over in Metal Land, Babymetal's got a new album dropping June 13th, and they've brought in some heavy hitters. Poppy, Spirit Box, Tom Morello, they're all making guest appearances. So expect riffs, breakdowns, and at least one solo that sounds like a robot caught fire. And for the grunge lovers, Nirvana's MTV Unplugged set is getting its own exhibit at London's Royal College of Music Museum. The star of the show? Kurt Cobain's Martin D 18E guitar, the same one that sold for a record $6 million. If only you could buy back the feeling of hearing that set for the very first time. You ever get a receipt so long it looks like a CVS coupon book? Well, now AI is out here cooking up fake ones so good, even your accountant might believe you really spent $1,200 at Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, ChatGPT can now generate receipts so convincing that stores and employers are getting nervous. That means if your buddy Steve tries to expense business drinks, but the itemized list says 6 orders of mozzarella sticks and a pina colada, HR might have some questions. So what's next? AI-generated alibis, fake bank statements. No, officer, I swear, according to this very official document, I was at a charity event, not street racing my cousin's Honda. Look, if you're using ChatGPT to fake a receipt, at least be reasonable. Nobody's believing you dropped $2,000 at Olive Garden. But hey, unlimited breadsticks, unlimited possibilities. I have a feeling Jade Davis would like this one. You ever noticed how society has about 3 polite words for love, but 1,000 ways to describe a ripping one? Mental Floss just dropped an article listing over 200 slang terms for passing gas. And let me tell you, our ancestors were poets. We've got classics like cutting the cheese, old school gems like trouser cough, and absolute masterpieces like barking spiders. Somewhere a man in the 1800s looked his family in the eye and said, "Sorry, I let a backdoor trumpet slip." And they just rolled with it. And can we talk about regional variations? In England, they say bottom burp. The South, tooting. But if you're in a bar and a guy casually mentions launching an air biscuit, leave immediately. What's funny is that Peach's dad is actually calling in right now. K-Bear, how's it going?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Thanks to your son, I'm actually able to take over for the show for the day.
You have a great voice, Brenda. You know, you sound better than my son, Brendan. You should take over his time slot. In fact, I always told him he had the voice for the midnight to 6 a.m. shift.
Really? He's that bad?
Well, yeah, but you know what? Don't tell him that. It's just between me and you, Brenda.
All right. I'll keep my mouth shut. This is not going over the air.
Great. Good.
Well, it's official. Gen Z has found a new way to make the rest of us feel ancient. According to a new report, the quickest way to tell if someone's old isn't gray hair or bad knees. It's their email address. Apparently, if you're out here rocking an at AOL.com, at Hotmail.com, or God forbid, a Yahoo email, you might as well be sending messages by carrier pigeon. And if there's a random number in there, like cooldude_69 at Hotmail.com, well, congratulations, you're officially a fossil. Meanwhile, Gen Z's running around with sleek first-name-only Gmail accounts like they were handed out at birth. Must be nice to get online before every variation of your name was already taken. So if your email looks like a password you forgot in 2003, don't feel bad. It just means you survived the Wild West days of the internet. Now, excuse me while I log into my AOL account right after I remember my MySpace password. Some roads are bad, some roads are dangerous, and then there's Gray's Lane in Montgomery Township, which looks like it was designed by a guy blindfolded throwing spaghetti at a map. I mean, could you imagine this type of thing here in the area? People would go berserk. This intersection is so confusing. It has stop signs facing in 6 different directions, which means no one actually knows who's supposed to go. Drivers are just out there playing a real-life game of Frogger, hoping for the best. And the best part, officials are only now considering fixing it because apparently the town just realized that 6-way stop signs are not how physics work. I kind of feel like making a visit to that town myself just to see it in real life before it gets demolished. Continuing on with April Fool's Day pranks, let's talk about the brands that refuse to sit this one out. Every year, companies try to outdo each other with fake products that make you question reality. This time, we've got Cadbury unveiling cheese cream eggs because nothing screams Easter like a chocolate shell full of disappointment. Heinz, meanwhile, teased ketchup tea bags, which is, I believe, something that Victor Wilt would really like. And of course, there's always one prank that sounds just believable enough to make you mad when you realize it's fake, like when McDonald's pretended to launch McPickles, a burger made entirely of pickles, leaving pickle lovers heartbroken, and the rest of us, I would say, relieved. Moral of the story, if you see a wild new product today, maybe don't get too excited. Unless, of course, you're the person actually craving cheese-filled Cadbury eggs. The perfect afternoon with Brenda Pear here on K-Bear 101. It is April Fool's Day after all, the only holiday where lying to your loved ones is not only acceptable, but encouraged. And throughout history, people have taken it to ridiculous levels. Take 1957, for example. BBC ran a story claiming Swiss farmers were harvesting spaghetti from trees, and people actually called in asking how to grow their own pasta orchard. Meanwhile, in 1998, Burger King announced a left-handed Whopper, and guess what? Customers lined up to order it because apparently ambidextrous hamburgers were a real problem. But the best one, in 1976, a British astronomer convinced people that Jupiter aligning with Pluto would temporarily decrease gravity on Earth. Hundreds of people called in saying they floated for a second. No, Karen, you didn't levitate, you just stood up too fast. Well, I appreciate not only you guys, but also Peaches and the rest of the staff here for allowing me to fill in this afternoon. My name is Brenda Pear, and honestly, I was kind of expecting Peaches to call in at some point to make sure I hadn't burned the place down. Uh-oh, wait. Maybe that's him right here. Hang on. K-Bear, who's this?
Hey, Brenda, it's Peaches here. I just wanted to call in and say a huge thank you for filling in. I was really actually just stuck in the drive-thru, and then, well, one thing led to another, so I was just glad you were available to completely take over. I caught bits and pieces, and I got to say, you absolutely crushed it.
Oh, I appreciate that. Your dad even called in, said I should be your permanent replacement or something like that.
Yeah, don't listen to that guy. He also once said cargo shorts would never go out of style, and he's been wearing them ever since. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow, so don't get too comfortable. See you then. Thank you, Brenda.
Well, I guess it's my time to leave. Thank you so very much. You got this guy named Lou Brutus starting at 7, going till midnight with Hard Drive XL. And maybe at some point in the future, you'll hear me again. As Peaches would say, peach out. Or should I say, pear out. And happy April Fool's Day.
Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, aka Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.